Hi everybody, Sanbonani, welcome to my channel. Igama ngodando Mdletshe, and on this channel sikhuluma ama reality TV shows, ama celebrities kanye nama YouTubers. So you guys, I want to talk a little bit about the Senzo Meyiwa case. Of course, now the trial within a trial is taking place. I don't know how you guys are feeling about this case, but I do feel like after the accused testimony, it feels like the police might have messed up this case in the way that they conducted themselves when they were arresting the accused. And I feel like because of that, you guys, I have very little hope that at the end of this case, we are going to find out the truth. Okay, it's very hard to know what to believe at this point. I do believe, you guys, that the accused are not all the way innocent in a sense that some of them were people that were involved in criminal activities. But I'm not sure if they were involved in this case. And I feel like the police made it difficult for us to believe that, because I am tempted to believe that their claim that they were um, ill treated or they were subjected to ill treatment while they were being questioned. I am tempted to believe that that is true, you guys. So I'm going to play a clip here where one of the accused is talking about how they used a plastic bag to get him to confess to what they wanted him to confess to. And then I will hear what you think about this in the comment section. Thank you so much for watching this video. Please like it before Pumegana. Share it with your friends, with your family, and even with strangers. Nginithanda kakhulu.
Indication that it was a police vehicle, but the other one, the hard body, was not marked.
And the occupants of both cars, the Nissan hard body and the GTI VW motor vehicle, were they clothed in civilian clothing or were they in uniform?
Labantu laba ke kuzo zoyimbili le imoto lezi ngaba babegqokele nje impahla zabo noma babegqoke ke impahla zomsebenzi ejengisayo ukuthi ke basemsebenzini.
Abegqoke impahla zomsebenzi kwasenkantolo.
They were in uniform,
including the two persons from the Nissan hard body.
Nalaba laba babephuma hard body nabo.
Ngabona laba baphuma beza ke mababili.
I saw the two that came to me, or that got out and came towards me.
Now, what transpired once these two cars arrived at the engine garage where the Toyota Fortuner was parking?
Seyifikile ke le moto embili lapho ke egarage engine kwasekwenzekani.
Kwasenkantolo iGTI yangena yagudla yona iFortuner, iFortuner yemibo yangena la i-hard body yayimiswa ngemuva, so silandelene kodwa nale ngaphambili iGTI.
As these two cars were following each other, the hard body following the GTI parked next to the Fortuner, and the hard body was just behind.
Then what transpired?
Kwasekwenzekani?
Wasephuma komabhena lapha naye emotweni ngoba wayebuya ngene emotweni ngoba kwakubanda.
Mabena then alighted from the vehicle because he would go in and come out of the vehicle because it was cold.
Proceed further.
Baphuma bakhuluma bonke nje bemlapha ngingabezwa ukuthi bathini.
They got out. They were all speaking among themselves over there, and I couldn't hear what they were saying.
Proceed.
Emveni kwalokho waseza ke uMabhena wangikhipha la kule moto le iFortune wangifaka kule GTI le.
From there, Mabena then came to the Fortuner, took me out of the Fortuner, and placed me in the GTI.
Were you still in handcuffs at the
time?
Yeah.
Yes.
How were you still handcuffed?
My hands were always, all the time at the back.
And where were you placed in the GTI motor vehicle?
Just right behind the driver, on the right hand side.
And did anyone else get into that car?
On my left side it was Mabena.
What then transpired in that motor vehicle?
Ngoba phambili lo ehleli phambili no Jonathan yena wayelokho ehleli nje lapha ya uJonathan ehleli la.
The other one, the person that was with Jonathan was on the left, that is now in front, and Jonathan was just seated there.
What then transpired?
Kwase-ke uJonathan ejike ngibheka kwase kusondela-ke ubaba wayeproducer ke moto ngobuthelezi.
Then Jonathan turned around and looked at me, and then certain gentleman then introduced himself as Buthelezi.
Yes, we may have missed that one. Where, in relation to the GTI, there's Jonathan in front passengers, driver's side, front passenger seat, unknown man. The left is Mabena, the right is you. Where is Jonathan in relation to those positioning? The driver is Jonathan.
Yes.
There's an unknown male person with a mask on the front passenger seat.
Yes.
On the left rear, it's Mabena.
Yes.
And the witness is on the right, behind the driver.
Yes.
Where is Buthelezi?
Okay. Kulabantu ababalile bonke la emotweni angithi ushilo ukuthi ubani ohlezi kuphi wayekuphi nendawo yenu uButhelezi
Wayephandle khona la ngoba izivalo sasingavale
eduze kwakho.
eduze kwami.
He was outside just right next to me because the door was not closed.
Yes, what then transpired?
Kwasekwenzekani?
Wase-ke mengitshena igama lakhe Nkosi enkantolo wase ngibuzela nami ngimtshene la muntu ngoba.
Introduced himself, asked me who I was, and I also told him as to who I was.
Who introduced himself?
Ubani lo wayichaza?
Nguye kuqala.
He introduced himself first.
Yes, who is he?
Sikhuluma ngobani la?
Sikhuluma ngobaba uButhelezi.
Buthelezi.
Okay. After that, what then transpired?
Kwasekwenzekani ke emuva kwalokho?
Emveni kwalokho-ke wase ngibuza imibuzo naye ukuthi ngelanga lokhuza le-October yizo sengazi ama-26 or 27 wathi wawukuphi ngale date le.
He then also asked me questions about a day, although I can't remember whether it was the 26th or the 27th in October, and asked me as to where I was on that particular day.
Proceed.
Ngase ngimphendula mina Nkosi enkantolo ukuthi uma ukuthi ngangingekho emsebenzini ngisuke ngisekhaya.
I then answered him that if I am not at work, or if it is that I wasn't at work, then I would be at home.
What happened next?
Yebo.
Wase-ke engitshena ukuthi into ayifunayo iqiniso.
He then told me that the only thing that he was looking for was the truth.
Ngimbuze nami Nkosi enkantolo ukuthi liphi iqiniso lelo olifuna ngapha ngiyaphendula.
I then asked him, which truth are you referring to? Because I am answering you.
What then transpired?
Yebo.
Kwase-ke qhamuka umfo elingana nje nami wayenomzimba nje mude futhi.
And then-
Igama lakhe ngigcine ngazi ekugcineni ukuthi Maphumulo.
And then a guy, Malota, who is my height, but he is bigger than me in build, then appeared, and I ended up getting to know his name, that it's Maphumulo.
What happened when Mapumulo came?
Makufika uMaphumulo kwenzekani?
Naye wafika wangitshena lento ibikhulunywa ngobuthelezi Nkosi enkantolo ukuthi into abayifuna kimi iqiniso.
He told
Into ngibuza ukuthi liphi iqiniso olifuna apha ngiyaphendula.
He told me the same thing that Buthelezi told me, that the only thing that they were looking for or that they wanted was the truth. I said to him, but which truth? Because I'm answering you.
What happened next?
Yeah.
Emveni ngalokho kwase ngikhuluma Bhena ngapha eceleni kwami sekhuluma ukuthi yababona laba batabala kuwe la. Le mbuzo bakubuzela uma ungafuna ukwatshena iqiniso. Uzophuma ngikushiya emotweni.
Then Mabena answered and said that, you see these people that are here, if you don't want to tell the truth, I'm going to leave you in the vehicle. I'm going to get out of the vehicle and leave you here.
Then what happened?
Yeah.
Emveni lokho ke na uma Bhena ngimbuza liphi iqiniso mina Nkosi enkantolo ngizolikhuluma kuwe Mabhena ngani ngoba ngiyaphendula lama ngingekho emsebenzini usuke ngisekhaya.
Then-
Negoli lelo ngibuza ngaligola nilazi. Ngazi lapho ukugidwa khona uma ngikuthi ingoma iground resole ikuphi le ngoma. Ya ngafe ngikhombisa ingoma ukugidwa la.
Then what?
I also answered Mabena and said, but which truth are you referring to? Because I am answering you, and I am not familiar with Gauteng. If you were to ask me where is it that the performance is being held, or where the song as well as the dance, then I'll be able to point that out to you.
Then what happened, sir?
Yebo.
Emveni ngalokho ke Nkosi enkantolo ngabona uMabhena ke khipha uplastic wase Truent. Ewufaka ke emekhaya.
Thereafter, I saw Mabena producing a Truworth plastic bag and placed it over my head.
Describe that plastic bag.
Awuchaze lo plastic.
Plastic wase Truent oba plastic wase Truent usilver lawa wa silver manje ubhale uthi Truent la.
It's a silver
ngaphakathi.
Truworth plastic bag, and it's written the Truworths.
Now that bag is placed over your head. Proceed from there.
Wawufaka ke ekhanda kuwena qhubeka.
Mawufaka uplastic ekhanda ngithi ngizama ke ukugquma ubaba utheleze ngigrisile ngapha uthi ngingakhona ukuphuma ngephandle ngoba ngangizophuma kube wayengekho ubaba utheleze ngapha engishovela phakathi.
And as I tried to jump, my lord, but I was pressed on the side by Buthelezi because he's the one that was blocking me to go out. Because if Buthelezi wasn't there, I was gonna get out of the vehicle.
How did you feel as that plastic bag was placed over your head?
Wazizwa kanjani-ke ngaleso sikhathi uplastic lowo ufakiwe kuwena ekhanda?
Kwabuhlungu ke Nkosi enkantolo ngoba oyelanga lokuqala letense.
It was hurting to me, my lord, because that was the first time that was happening.
Proceed further. What happened
Uthi
next?
namanje yabona nje inhliziyo yami Nkosi enkantolo ngelapha kwakho. Inhliziyo yami ibuhlungu kakhulu.
Even now, my lord, as I'm before you, yeah, my heart is very painful.
What happened next, sir?
Kwase kwenzekani-ke?
Mabebona ukuthi abalungu leta abayenzayo ngifuna ukuphuma uJonathan ashove isitulo athi angivule imlenze isitulo singenela ke ngibe sona isitulo esingikhona ukumpresela ngapha ukuthi ngingakhona ukuyale nokuyala.
And my lord, the other thing that happened was that Jonathan would then push the seat backwards and instructed me to open my legs so that the chair or the seat can get in between my legs.
And how long do you estimate that for the first time the plastic bag was held over your head?
Cabanga ukuthi-ke uplastic lowo wawugcinwe noma ufakwe la kuwena ekhanda isikhathi esingakanani?
Angeke ngikwazi Nkosi enkantolo ukumeshina isikhathi ngoba babofaka bethi mangifuna ukukhuluma bazozwa ngami.
I wouldn't be able to tell the time, my lord, because they would place the plastic and they would say that if they would hear from me if I wanted to talk.
And was that plastic bag at some stage removed from your head?
Ngabe sikhona yini isikhathi la khona ku plastic lowo wasuswa ekhanda lakho?
Babosusa mangithi manene ke.
When I would say to them stop, and then they would remove it.
So from what I'm hearing from you, are you saying that the plastic bag was repeatedly